How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Gear 101. And in today's episode, we're talking about binoculars. So to a lot of people, this isn't going to be any new information, but there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to set up binoculars to their eye because they are customizable basically to your eyes and your prescription. A lot of times people will pick up binoculars in the store and they're like, these things are junk. You know, they pick up a pair of Zeiss binoculars that's, $800 and they're like, this is garbage, I can't see out of these. Well, maybe it needs to be adjusted to your eye. So if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, definitely stick with this video. We're gonna talk about a few things on this as far as like what the numbers actually mean, and then finally how to adjust this to your eye. So I have here the Leupold BX2 Acadias. These are an 8x32 binocular. What does 8x32 mean? So 32 millimeter, the last number, that is the objective lens. So the lens on the back, that is 32 millimeters. That's what that means. The 8, that's 8 power. So basically when you look through these, you're magnifying stuff by 8 times. Now a lot of binocular companies actually print a field of view on the binocular at somewhere. Leupold usually puts it right there, right underneath the size. This one says field of view 7.5 degrees. So basically that means that at a 7.5 degree angle coming out from the binoculars is the field of view. So with that number, you can determine kind of what you're seeing at 1,000 yards. You're seeing so many feet, maybe 200 feet at 1,000 yards. So that lets you figure that out. But also usually on the box or on the company's website, they will have at least some kind of chart printed out that shows you what your field of view is at varying distances. As far as selecting the size of your binoculars, that varies so much depending on the person, what you're going to use it for, where you're going to use it at. So I'm not even going to get into that in this video at least, but for now let's go ahead and talk about how to set these binoculars and adjust them for your eye. So most binoculars come with eye cups that you can bring in and out. For most people that wear glasses, they run them down all the way. For those that don't wear glasses, usually they run them all the way out. That is all personal preference. You're gonna see when you look through there what you like, what works best for you. I will say that when you run them all the way out, you're losing field of view, and I feel like you're losing a little bit of brightness on most pairs of binoculars that I've seen. Could just be me, but that's what I feel like. Personally, I like them about halfway, which most of them have the option of running halfway. That part is all personal preference, but like I said, typically if you wear glasses, you're gonna have them all the way in, and if not, you're gonna have them all the way out. People usually don't have the exact same eyesight in both sides. That means that, if you look through binoculars that are perfectly the same, basically the same prescription on both sides, it's not gonna look right to most people. If you have the exact same prescription in both eyes, then it would. But most binoculars have this ring here, and this is called the diopter, and that's your adjustment for basically getting these things to match your eyes. The way you adjust that is you're gonna start by closing your right eye. So when you look through, you close your right eye, and you're only looking through with your left. Then what you do is you use your adjustment wheel right there. Look at something, 50 to 100 yards away, something that has usually pretty good amount of texture so you can really see when it's in focus. So you find something, adjust it, get it in focus. Remember, only using your left eye. So you're looking through your left eye, get it in focus. Okay, now you close your left eye, look through your right side with your right eye, and then you adjust your diopter to match. So you close your left eye, adjust that diopter to where your right eye is perfectly in focus now. And then the binoculars are set to your eyes. A lot of people don't really realize what that's for, but that's what it is. Or maybe they know what it's for, but don't really understand how to set it. So that's the way you go. So typically they'll have a plus and minus and then a place in the middle there. My eyesight's fairly decent, so I'm usually running right in the middle. But for those who don't have good eyesight, this is a super important thing to remember to do when you get new binoculars. And also just be courteous, and if you ever borrow somebody's binos, don't go to screwing around with the diopter. If they've got it set for their eyes, maybe they want to keep it that way. So I hope that video was informative, and I hope that it helped some people that didn't maybe understand what the diopter ring was and didn't know that you could adjust binoculars to your eyes. If you liked it, hit like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can find me on social media, Instagram, Robinson_outdoors, on the Go Wild app. You can find me at Robinson Outdoors. If you haven't downloaded Go Wild, definitely do so. It's a great community, like-minded people. There's never been a post taken down because of blood or guns or anything like that. The people that run it all hunt, they're all outdoorsmen. It's growing at a rapid pace, so definitely check out Go Wild if you haven't already. Until next time, y'all be safe.